Hey guys, Evan Ork here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Kaiser Belial Spark Doll figure. Now I know every single time I keep saying at the end of my reviews, this is going to be the last one for a while, or expect this one to be the last one for a while, and I know I keep coming out with more reviews every Monday. It's because I keep getting occasions where I forgot to review this figure, or I just went shopping for a figure, and in this case, I did go shopping for figures yesterday, for Godzilla figures specifically. I wasn't really lucky, as I really call it, because I got many other things besides Godzilla, like this, which is Ultraman related, and that is the Kaiser Belial figure. And the store I went to had a rack of Spark Dolls, and because not only do I not have a Belial figure, I've literally I've seen Kaiser Belial before, and I find him cooler than your average Belial figure, so I figured this would be the first Belial figure I'd ever get, and it'd be a pretty cool one as well. So let's dive right into it. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about this when it comes to the pros on this is probably the paint job. Now, the paint job on this figure, I like it because it's really wide-ranging, and the colors are booming. Now, I know the main color is red, but let's not forget that it's not the same red. Like, on the red here on the chest and on the legs is slightly brighter, maybe not completely, but slightly brighter than the cape red color. I can see that. I don't know if the camera quality or the way the camera views the color is going to make that different for you guys, but for me personally, the red on this chest maybe blends in with the cape, but overall it is different from the red on the cape. And you also have the nice booming black all over the figure and the nice booming yellow eyes with the red painted veins. It's not a plant. That look really, really nice. And overall, I really like the paint job on this. And of course, you got the purple, the purple indicator right over there. Which is, of course, again, this is completely different from the original Ultraman design. So they really did this very well. And the cape design too. Like, if you look this from a distance, that's pretty cool. The way you do a lot of cool shots with the cape. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing I like about this figure. Now, the next thing I like about this figure is detail. Now, the detail on this figure is a solid average. The paint job was above average, but as I said, this is a solid average, mainly because it's not incredibly detailed. But you do have some pretty nice detailed areas. Like, I like the lines here on the cape that kind of resemble the dropes kind of falling down to the ground, and you have some curves here and some straight lines and all that. And you also don't really have much facial detail, which I think is the most important area of detail on any given figure. But you do have some around the mouth, which is pretty cool because it looks like it's kind of like layers of skin right over there. And maybe you have detail here with the lines, which are supposed to resemble a six-pack or whatever. And yeah, smaller lines here on the arms and all that. But give it or take it, it's an average detail in terms of pros. So let's move on to the cons of this figure. Now, when it comes to the cons of this figure, I have one major con and one nitpick. Now, I'm going to get the nitpick out of the way, and that is I really find this straight line that kind of separates the cape with this part and this part unnecessary. It'd be different if it was an actual articulated joint, but that's just the thing. It's a glue seal. So on top of it being a glue seal, which is another thing that I think every figure collector kind of hates about Bandai and Spark Dolls, on top of that, it's also unnecessary. I mean, it just separates the capes and it makes it kind of look a little bit strange here with the separated line. And yeah, the main nitpick, I think you already guessed it, is the fact that it doesn't have much articulation. And I usually don't say give articulation as a pro if it's not enough, because on a Spark Doll, give or take, I'd say around 3 articulated joints is average for a Spark Doll. And this only has 2. Got the arms here, which kind of looks strange if you move. I mean, it's 360, and I don't even understand why it is, because it looks too strange if you move it too far back. But that's really it when it comes to this figure. You have nothing else, because this is a glue seal. When it comes to what you could have added, I guess you could have separated the cape and the head, and you could have moved the head and also made the cape separated from the back and moved the waist, something or other. And of course, got rid of this glue seal too. So, you know, most Spark Dolls, I'd say 3 joints is normal. For Bandai's, I'd say 4 or 5 is normal. But since this is 2, I'm not going to give articulation as a pro, and it's going to be one big fat con. So, that being said, I'm going to rate this figure an 8.8 out of 10. It still is a cool design. It's a pretty nice figure, and I definitely recommend it if you're a Spark Doll collector. And it's really cool to have a Belial in my collection that also is probably one of the best versions of Belial, which is Kaiser Belial. So, like I said, I'd recommend this. And I hope you enjoyed this review. And yes, there will be a next review next Monday. I'm not going to kid you again and say this is the last one. Nope, expect one next Monday. And of course, later on expect reviews for my birthday, because that's coming up next month. So without further ado, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later, and bye-bye.